Hey guys and girls, welcome back to another beautiful video on this beautiful channel on this beautiful day. I figured out the problem from the last video where we should initialize the text. I forgot to do that. Init text. That's what the problem was. This init text. How could I forget that? That's kind of dumb. But at least I'll load the font. Okay, it's Diosis Light, so I should remove this. No, I should copy that and then go into init text and just do this. Do that. And then we have our thing here. Okay, so that's for the view. I don't want to do that. It's at the mouse position. What the hell is that? Okay, that's kind of weird. Background. Look, when it's here it's fine, when it's here it's not fine, so that's kind of weird. But I always want to draw it where the mouse is, so I don't want to do this. I just want to draw UI window. Okay, so that's how we do it. I want to draw it on both, but then I should draw, where is it? Update text right here. So I'm setting it to the position of the window. This mouse plus window. Okay, if this UI window UI, I'll do this. If oh my god, where is it? Here we go. If, or just else, this mouse plus world. Just do that. Now maybe we'll see if that works. That worked. That's good. So that's good. That works. Now, it's not really exactly where I want it to be, but it's all right. Like that. Dot x plus 20.f 20.f mouse plus world dot y dot y, like that. Now let's just copy this, put it up here. Mouse plus window, copy, paste. Let's try this one more time, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, that's much nicer. That's much nicer actually. That's much nicer. Now background, regular tile, background, regular tile. So now I can do stuff. I can draw whatever I want. That's good. Let's close that down. What I want to do is I want to now update. Let me see. A main menu. So we have that. Now if I go into main and I say false, I need to make a game, and I need to make a main menu that takes a window and a game reference. So as I have game, I can call all the game functions from the main menu, like new or like a reset stage or whatever the hell I want to do. Then I'm going to have an in-game menu as well. There are going to be two different menus. So we have the main menu first, which is going to run everything. The in-game menu is going to be just a little thingy. You can change graphics and stuff. So that's good. But that's really nice. We have that. Then we're going to need a new class. I'm making too many classes at once here. I'm not finishing, but this is really important because we need a button class to actually... Oh, button already exists. W button, wingman button. I guess we'll just call it W button, whatever. So we have a W button H and a button CPP. And we're gonna have a dynamic array of buttons, and they're all gonna update. They're all gonna check if they're drawn. We can add a button to them. What we could do is we could have a button handler, and we'll check if a button is pressed, what will happen. Alright. So that's good. So we have a button, that's nice to know. Then let's just, I was just thinking a little bit to myself. But private, we need a sprite. Sprite, we'll call it sprite. We'll have a, oh yeah, what we need to do is obviously to go into main menu, include button, W button dot H, and in W button we'll include wingman dot H. There we go. So that's good. We can close player for now. Player, stage, the whatever. Mapmaker will keep that open. Enemy spawner for now, we can close that. So we'll have a sprite. We'll have our regular functions. Void const float dt. Void update const float dt. Void draw. Render target like that. Sprite. We need to have 3 different colors: pressed, depressed, idle, depressed, and pressed. No, idle, hover, pressed. Color idle, color pressed, color hover. So I need these. This is like between that, so we'll do that. We'll have 3 colors, and then let's have a boolean is pressed, bool is hover, okay, and then we'll have those functions as well. Functions, we'll have a boolean is pressed, bool is hover, bool is idle. Okay, we can do all of these. We can do all of these. And then update is fine. Just copy all of these, put them in here. W button. Okay, perfect. Perfect, guys and grills, perfect. Just like that. Just like that. Okay, so draw. Now, let's do this. If this is pressed, this is idle equals false, this is hover equals false. Else if this is hover and the mouse position is gonna tell us what happens. This is pressed equals false. This, but the problem is that your mouse is always gonna be on top of it. But we'll see how we do that. Okay, is pressed is idle is idle, please, idle equals false. Else if this is pressed equals false, this is hover equals false. So we'll just do that. That's an update for all the booleans. Is idle, return this is idle. This is hover, and this is pressed. That's good. We're gonna make statics for all the textures as well, but that's good. All right, so these are all the booleans. Now how do we make sure it is pressed, is hover, or whatever? So we'll have if mouse is button pressed, and then if let's say if we have a vector2i mouse position, vector2f mouse pos any mouse position, and then let's say just do this. We'll update it with any mouse position. If and mouse pos sprite.get global bounds contains mouse position. If we have these two together, we'll say this is pressed equals true. Else if, so let me just copy this. If mouse button is pressed and this sprite global bounds contains mouse position, this is idle equals true. Else if mouse button is not pressed and sprite is in the mouse position thingy, this hover equals true. And if both are pressed and it is within it and then mouse is pressed equals true. So if this is pressed, we'll say this sprite.set color I'm sorry, this is this pressed color pressed color hover color idle. That's good. And then target.draw this sprite. Cool. Alright, cool. Then we have to do static d-array of textures static int number of textures, and then static void init texture. Copy these just like that all the way up here. Now we just got to do the regular thing that we always do and fix these. Remove the static part. Whoops. Just like that. Bam. Alright, now we can load all the textures for buttons. Since we don't have a button right now, we will have to fix that, but whatever. For now, that's cool. And you have to create a button with a font reference, a std string text, vector2f position and a texture index. Alright, that's it. That's what you gotta use. I'm thinking that's about it. Texture index, just like that. Let me copy that into the constructor. Font texture index. And that's just gonna be nice. And the texture is good. This. Okay. Sprite. Text. This text dot set font. Font will have a reference to it, so that's good. It will be saved. This text dot set string text, and then the size of the text, I guess. Const unsigned int text char size. Where is it? Good lord. Char size. This text dot set character size char size. Okay. If this, how long is this video? 16 minutes. All right, I gotta end this soon. But if this texture, if texture index is less than 0 or texture index is greater or equal to W button textures, number of textures, cout cout error, no such button texture, but W button constructor. New line. That's one big error. Else this sprite dot set texture W button textures at position texture index. Cool. So we'll set the texture if it is possible. Otherwise we won't. And we will just have a random button. So that's good. That's good.